Hi, Sharon Derwin Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com. Here in my studio, going to teach you how to save some money and frame your paintings to look very professional. Now, I have a frame here and a painting that I have in it. It's upside down right now. And I'm going to put it in. It's on a masonite panel, so it's very, very thin. So I'm using, these are called glazier points. Okay, can you see that? And you buy them in the hardware store. And they're actually to help keep glass in windows. So if you'll just ask them for glazier points, they'll know what you mean. You take the pointed edge, put it into the wood in front of the painting. And I'll use 3 to 4 on each side all the way around this painting. So now, and make sure you get a screwdriver that's wide enough to really, I don't know why that one part is so hard, that middle place. The sides are usually very easy to go in. Yep, sides easy. Okay, so here we have, there, you can see them in there. Okay, I just pushed them in with a screwdriver. It's not hard. So then I will use 3 here and 3 here. I'm going to come back and do these. You know how to do it, so you don't need to see me do it 6 more times. And then we're going to put the paper backing on the painting, okay? See you in a few. Okay, now we have our painting in the frame, and I've showed you how to do that. And now I have gone 3 sides of the painting with double stick tape. I'm going to do the final side here in front of you. This roll is kind of goobered up, but it still works, so I certainly am not throwing it away. Have you met me? Okay, so I'm going to push that piece of tape down, and for whatever reason, this tape, I mean, it's double stick and it's sticky. It sticks to your fingers really good, but it doesn't stick to the end of my X-Acto knife. So I usually give it a tap, and then as I'm bringing it down, I hold it down with the X-Acto knife. And then when I get it to the point where I want it, I give it another tap to hold it there. And now I'm just using my X-Acto knife. Okay, I've got it on there. And I'm just going to cut it off. Boom. Okay, so now I have it double stick tape all the way around. Now I have got a piece of brown craft paper here. And this is what I'm going to use to back the painting. And to me, I like things nice and neat and finished. I like a professional look. So this gives you a good professional look that any artist can do, any home decorator can do, anybody can. I'm an old grandma. and so if I can do this, anybody can do it. So I'm taking a corner. See, this one's kind of goobered up and this one's kind of goobered up, but it's bigger than the frame. So I'm going to take the best looking corner. I'm taking it down to the frame and putting it on a corner. Okay, so now I'm going to go all the way around, pressing that paper onto the frame. Okay. Pressing, 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 pressing. Okay. Now I have a straight edge here and my X-Acto knife. Now I'm going to come over here to one of the edges that's not correct, and I'm going to find the edge. Okay, and I'm going to pull that paper back so I can see. Okay, this bottom part is even, the top part is not. So let's go in a little more. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now I need to push that back. There. Okay, so now I've got it on there. I'm going to start right here where the frame is, and I'm using my X-Acto knife right up against my straight edge, and off comes the paper. It tears at the end because I didn't cut it there, but that's okay because you're not going to use that. Okay, so here we're going to do the very same thing on this end. Okay, see? I'm just trying to find out where's the best place to cut. There it is. That's good. You know what the old saying is, measure twice, cut once. And there we go. Okay, in what was that, 2-3 minutes, we have a nice finished look on the back of our painting. Okay, now, probably none of you will have this problem, but I've done this, so this is why I'm going to give you a heads up. Okay, this is the top of my painting up here. So I put a little, with soft vine charcoal, a little arrow, so I know. It's right there in that corner, and with soft vine charcoal, it'll rub right off when I'm done. So now we need to measure that length, and it's 14 inches. So you need to go down 1/3 to put your hangers. I never use a sawtooth. Your picture never hangs straight. It's not a very professional look, so I'm going to wire it. So this is 14 inches. What you need is 1/3 of the way down. So if it were 15 inches, it would be 5 inches. So it's not 15 inches, it's 14. So it's somewhere between 4 and 5. So I'm going to measure 4.5. Okay, so I got my arrow at the top. Here comes my 4.5 line. Now I'm going to do it on the other side as well. 4.5. There's my line. Okay, so now I've got some marks on the back of my, there's one, and there's one. And that's my little arrow. Now I'm going to use this kind of a hook to put it on the frame. Now you can use other things. There's D hooks. This is just a small painting, so it doesn't need anything that heavy. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that hole, put it over the line where I measured, and I'm going to screw that in. I'm not going to do it because I need a drill to do it with, and it makes a lot of noise. But you know how to do it. Now, I'm not sure that I showed you on the other painting. You would do the same thing for the back of this, even though this sticks out a little bit, and you may have a few little wrinkles down here in your paper. It still looks better than that. That just looks awful to me. So you would, I don't remember if I told you this in the other video. I think I did, but these are the offset clips that you use to hook that canvas into the frame, and you drill a hole in. There's a hole there, so you put a screw there, and then you put a screw through the bottom part. And I would do on something like this 2 or 3 across here, 2 here, 3 here, and 2 there. And the reason being, probably 4 might be enough, but I don't want the slightest chance that one of these edges, corners, is gonna not cooperate and go in. So that's why I use as many as I do. I want them to be sturdy and stable and to hang on somebody's wall for years. I don't want 2 years from now to have it kind of wonky in the frame like that. So if you want to buy, or if you buy a painting at an art show and it's not framed but you want to frame it, you're thinking, well, I just spent $200 on a painting that's not framed. Now I'm going to have to spend another $200 to get it framed. You don't. This is a simple 10-15 minute project. It might take you 20-25 minutes in the very beginning, because and where you'll have your problem is the paper, getting that paper on there and getting happy with it. And you might have to try it 2 or 3 times. It's cheap. It's so much cheaper than having it done. You can do this and you can save yourself a boatload of money. What you're going to do is you're looking for an open frame. That means it has no front and no back. It's open. So you can go on to dickblick.com, jerrysautorama.com. You can go into Michael's. You can go into Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby often has a 50% coupon for open frames, but they always have the coupon on your phone that's 40% off. So you can always find an inexpensive frame that you can use. And it doesn't have to be a cheap looking frame, because they have some very nice things. And go online, look around, see what you think. And then what you need is the glazier points, okay, these little guys here, or the offset clips. You need something to wire it up with, okay, so you need some wire and a couple of these little guys. And sometimes you can buy a kit that will have the wire and the offset clip and the hanging hooks on there. You need some double-sided tape, and you need some brown craft paper. Make sure it's kind of a heavy duty, because the back of this can easily be punctured. So you want some heavy duty paper. And again, you can get that online. You can get it at an art store. And another thing that I found was you can go to, at a big box hardware store, there is brown paper that they use in housing to put down on floors for people to walk on. That is a really good heavy grade paper, and I've bought that before to use for this because it's heavier than craft paper. Okay, so there you have it. Here in the studio today is framing day, so I've gotten 3 paintings done. They're framed, they're backed. The wire will go on all in one step. I'll just lay them all out, and I'll just put all the wires on, all of them at once. I have some other larger paintings I'm going to frame. I do it all on one day, and I get it over with. So thank you so much for being in the studio today. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, click that thumbs up for me. I sure would appreciate it. And subscribe. And then next to the little subscribe word is usually a little bell. And just click on that bell. It'll notify you whenever I put something up new, which usually is on Friday. So thanks a lot. Have a great day.